I'm Eileen Thomas, the accounting manager at DB Accounting and Brokerage, and this is the fifth and final video of my planning series. And while there's not much more for me to go over, I did want to give a few pointers to sort of help you save your own money as well as your accountant's time. So what can you do to help your accountant? Well, primarily that's going to be to keep your books clean. If we have to move things around or enter information in, that's going to take us time, which is going to cost you money, which kind of defeats the purpose. So if you're reconciling, which you should be doing anyways, you want to make sure it's at least through the third quarter or October, November, depending on when you provide your records. And that just shows us that everything has been entered. And while we can do planning if not everything is entered, it's not going to be as accurate, which again defeats the purpose of planning. So now that everything is recorded in your books, you want to make sure that you put memos on most, if not all, of your transactions. At the very least, if it's something you're unsure of, or if you're putting it in a catch-all account like miscellaneous or Ask My Accountant, then it needs to have a memo. And that way we can tell as accountants whether or not it needs to actually be moved, or if it does, where we need to move it to. And doing it at planning time will help too, because then you'll only have a handful of months to catch up on in January when we're asking for 1099 information or just your finalized books in order to do your tax return. So now that your books are complete and as accurate as possible, they're ready to be handed off to your accountant. And when you do this, try to provide a little bit of forecasted information for the last few months. And it doesn't have to be hard numbers. Just know or let us know whether it's going to be an average few months, and we can calculate that on our own, or maybe you're going to have some additional income in December that's not normal, or you're thinking of buying a new piece of equipment or vehicle. So that's an additional expense that we can either put into the original planning numbers or give you the option of, well, here's some amounts that you can spend and it'll save you this much in taxes. So the idea behind a forecast from you, the client, is just going to help us more easily and quickly come up with the whole picture for the whole year, and therefore give you better options and more accurate possibilities for your planning results. Lastly, let us know if you have any plans or ideas for future changes in your company. If you haven't mentioned it already, planning is a great time to let us know, because we have the up-to-date information about your business in front of us, and we also have that extra time before tax season to sort of start getting the ball rolling with extra steps, because a lot of changes are best to make as of the first of the year, and they're always easier to make before the first of the year versus after. And planning will really give us that head start on what we need to do for those changes. And that's it. Basically, the more complete and accurate information you can provide to your accountant, the faster and more helpful information they can provide back to you. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment or reach out to me through my About Me page on DB's website, dbaccountingcpa.com, where you can also go to find helpful and up-to-date information related to tax season or any upcoming deadlines. We're also on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn under DB Accounting and Brokerage. See you next time. Shlan.